Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up. We need team. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. There you go. 368. Hands up.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Lead. No chance. Hey. Here you go, Cam.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, bro, 80.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch left.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rivers now from the 50. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Texans first down.
Good. 380.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Ready. Set. 180. Here I come.
Throwing, Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going The throw right side here, complete. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
368. 40 worth the mic. 40 worth the mic. Check up.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Rivers to throw this time. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton. Green brings it in. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll go option to the short side. He'll pitch it. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
53-52,
on 3rd down, Dalton. He's going to rifle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Secondary 90, left, 180, left.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rivers. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Sit up 180. Hey, bro, 80.
Rivers on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Rivers and Stills bringing it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final act of the first half. Dalton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Willis, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And this is caught at the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 yards there, first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's get it go. 368. We're good.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
No, check that.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Big hold of the 30. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Houston. Now here's Ross. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the bounds that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Hands up. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 41. Hands up.
On 2nd and 9. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers, he sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, an even 90 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Move. Here we go. Wide. Get wide.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
He can't hang.
Boy.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play of interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you.
Now Rivers. Going deep here for Stills. And now here's another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 13, check 13. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 9, check 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 2nd and 10. Rivers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.